Hello guys, so welcome to my channel Vivek Pandey. So today I was thinking to start a playlist. So I'm starting a playlist of lead code. Yeah. So I guess you all know a lead code is a website which will give us a lot of problem solving statements and we have to solve it. So this is for all my students to make them aware of this platform and also the questions we are going to solve one by one. So first I will solve it and then I will explain you how to solve it. Okay, so here so why I am choosing this playlist is everything whatever there in the lead code problem we are going to see it in details. First what I will do is I will first step is will read the question. I know it is in a paragraph statements, and the second one is after reading that we'll understand we'll go with the test cases also, test cases. And third one is we'll try to apply some logic. Let's try to solve with the logic if it's helpful. And then fourth one is I will write the code, write uh, write the write the code. It may be in yeah, it's mostly in Python. I will choose Python. Okay, so these things we are going to do, and overall this is just to help my students. Yeah, because I have seen these things we are going to do. So but what is the main motto starting of this playlist? Main motto is main objective is to make my students industrial ready. So industrial ready. So what is the meaning of this industrial ready? Many of them they knew many students they knew what they knew is they knew syntax, they knew some basics and logic, little bit logic. Yeah, some logic, but whenever they see a paragraph they do afraid, they do afraid of the question. Okay, so this is what I noticed. So I wanted to help my students by starting this playlist. Yes, if yeah, so if everything goes well, definitely. Yeah, so if everything is goes well, definitely I will try to make the videos by showing my face. But as of now, I don't have a setup studio. So definitely one day I will do that setup also for all of you. Will show my face and with a digital board and all. Sorry. So we'll go with that. So my main objective of starting this is lead code is to make my students industrial ready. Okay, problem solver. Up to now we have seen MCQs, that is good, that will be goes on, but parallelly you should have a knowledge about this also. So that's it. Now so we'll read the question, test cases, logic, and then write the code in Python. Fine, and then we'll see the whether it is working or not. So now let's start without wasting our time. So I'm just taking you to this website, lead code. Yes, see here it is already giving coming like solved. Yes, I have solved it. Now let's try to understand. This is what the question. The name is 88 merge sorted array. So I will just read out this question for you. You are given two integers arrays. Okay, arrays means in Python we can say it as list num1 num2 sorted in non-decreasing order. Non-decreasing order means what? Increasing order exactly. And two integers m and n representing the number of elements in m1 how many are there, in m2 how many are there, that is represented by m and n respectively. And m1 and m2 into a single array sorted. Okay, now final sorted array should not be returned by the function. Okay, so it should not be returned by a function but instead sorted inside the array num1. So we are, what we are doing, we are merging the num2 to num1 such that num1 should be in a sorted manner. Okay, so see here, to accommodate this, num1 has a length of, okay, initially only we'll take the length both, like we have to add both the numbers in n num1 only, where first m elements denote the element that should be merged. Okay, and the last n elements are said to be 0. Yeah, so if I wanted to take a number, so I can take what, zeros. Yeah, fine. So this is about the question statement, and let's see the example here. The input is num1 is 1 2 3. So see here, extra, why we have got here extra zeros, because I need to accommodate this one, right, num2 in this one. So if I add both of them, the 6, right, it will be, so that is the reason this another 3 is for this only. We are going to sort this one in this. So m is equal to 3. Yeah, this m is talking about this num1, and n is also 3, and finally we are getting the output as in a sorted, it is merged. So this both we are merging, and we are getting what, sorted merged array, 1 2 2 3 5 6. Okay, the arrays we are merging are this much, like 1 2 3 and 2 5 6. The result of the merge is this. Fine, and here also it is also the same thing, n2 and sorry, example 2 and example 3 same. So now here what we have to understand is few things we need to understand here, certain things. So now let's see what to understand in this. So we have a array. Now to help you out, I have taken a, yes, in the paint I have taken here two things. So first is what, my num1, and then here we have a number. So here it is 1 2 3, and then here 0 0 0. Why I am taking this 0? Because I have to merge in this only, I have to not take an extra array, no need of taking extra array. Okay, and then here num2, for num2 also I have what, 2 5 and 6. Fine, so in this only we are merging, so we are just allocating a place here for this num2. Okay, so here it is my m is equal to 6, sorry, m is all 3 initially, and this is also n is equal to also what, 3. Yes, so num1 num2 m1 m2 already we got it. Now let's see how we can do this. We have seen the test cases, like examples we have seen, question also we have seen. Now we have to sort this one and this one into one. So how we are going to sort this, let's understand first thing. So now for this reason I have this. So here already I have made this arrangement so that I should not waste much of the time. So what I have to do here is I need to traverse from where to where. I can also do go with ascending order, but no, we are going with a descending order so that we can make it quick. So here what I'm doing is I wanted to traverse like this. Yeah, this part, in this way I wanted to traverse this side. So now here you may be seeing that three variables I have. So what are those three variables? Let me tell you. Now three variables are, for me I have three variables, like I is there, I is equal to how much, I is there, and then we have j is equal to, and then I have k is equal to. Okay, so initially I'm going from the last index I'm going. So I is equal to what, whatever the m is there, m minus 1. Yes. So because generally the indexes starts from 0, right? So m minus 1, and j is also what? N minus 1. And then what is a k? K means we have to add both of them, m plus n. M plus n minus 1. So here what it is like 3, right? 3 minus 1, it is 2 here, and then here also it is 2, and then here also it is 3 plus 3 6, and then 5. So that is what I have replaced, and then this k I am representing in the num1 only. Okay, so this I and k, yeah. So now here 2 2 and 5, let's see here. So see here, I is pointing to 2, and then j is also pointing to 2, k is pointing to 5. Fine. Now what we are going to do is we are going to traverse. From where to where we are going to traverse? From here. So whenever we are seeing that indexes, yes. So I wanted to traverse here. Yes, see here. So now what I will do is I just wanted to compare. The comparison starts here. I and j we are going to compare. If I is the number, the elements, if number of I is greater than num of j. Okay. So here for example, here it is num of I is how much? 2. So here it is 3. Is 3 is greater than 6? No, right? So for this what I can write here is the comparison here I am doing is in this way. The num of num1 of I is greater than num2 num2 of j. If this condition is true, if it is true, wait, let me write it here itself. If this condition is true, then what happens in this case? num num1 is there, right? Num1 of k. In this we are storing num1 of I. Okay, if this condition is true, then we are storing the num1 of I in the num1 of k. Fine. If this condition is fails, so for example, if this condition is false, so in this case also we need to store num1 of k is equal to num2 of j. So this value we have to store in this. So we'll see this. So let's see what happens here. First is, anyhow we have to store. So I will just explain in this way so that it will be more easier. So now let's see here. In this num, my position of I is what? Here. Now we are going to compare. I num of I means 2, it is 3, and it is here 6. Is it is I is greater, num of I is greater than num2 of j? No, right? It is not greater. So when it is not greater, it means what? It goes to the else part. So else part means what? See here, I have given here the else part. In this k, we are storing what? Num2 of j. So in this 0 is there, right? If it is not true, then what happens? This 6 is there, right? So I'm just taking this 6 here, from here, the 6, control X, and then here I'm just removing this part, and then I'm just pasting it here. 6 comes here. Okay, 6 comes here. Fine. So whenever 6 comes here, it means this position is occupied. So now I need to move less. So it means minus. The k should be minus by 1. K comes here, and then this is also done. Here it is nothing is there. Means we have checked that. So it is nothing is there here. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking this j, and j is also pointing. Where it is pointing? It is pointing to 1. Fine. So now j is pointing to this. Fine. Now what happens is I position is not at all changing because it is same. Now again we need to check if num1 of I means 2, num1 of 2 second index is 3. It is greater than num2 of j? No, right? Again it is false. So if it is false, what is the meaning of this? If it is false, we have to take this number and we have to store in the num1 of k. So control X, and then I'm removing this part. This part is removed, delete, and then I'm just storing this. I stored here 5. Perfect. Now once it is done, now here nothing is there. Yes, it will be there, but I'm just marking it as nothing is there because we don't want this. We want only num1 to be sorted. So now when this is done, now what I need to do is I need to decrease the positions of k and j. Now this is done. Now it will come here. It will come here and point to the 0th one. And this k will also come here and it will point to the third one. Third index. Fine. Now what happens? Again it will check. Num1 of I is what? 3. 3 is greater than num2 of j. Yes, this time it is correct. So what is the meaning of this? Whatever this 2 is there, so we will take this 2, control C, and this 2 what we have to do is, yeah, so once again, num1 at the num1 of 2 is what? 3. 3 is greater than 3 is greater than this 2. Yes or no? Yeah, because we are comparing what? Here it is the index is what? Second index. And here it is the index what? Zeroth index. So it here we have 2 and here we have what? 3. So it means what? 3 is greater than 2. So when 3 is greater than 2, so what we have to do is, in this what we have to store? We have to store the same thing, this number. So 3 will be stored in k. So that is what the form, that is what we have seen, right? If true, then num1 of I is what? 3. So 3 we are storing here. So I'm just taking this, control C, and then I'm deleting this, control V. So this is what stored here. Fine. When it is got stored, then at either conditions we have to move. This time this I was, yeah, this time this I will be moving to the first index, and then j, this k will be moving to here because this is done. Now we have I is at first index, j is at 0th index, and k is at second index. Now what happens is, again we are going to see. Now what happens is num1 of I is what? 2. Yeah. So 2 is greater than, is it greater than, we can say greater than, yeah, is it greater than this 2? Is it greater than or equal to this 2? So what we have to do is num1 of 1, yes, 2 is greater than 2. Is it? No, it is not greater. So what we have to do, we have, what we have to do in this case, when it is not greater, now we have to take this 2 and we have to store here in the k. That is what we are doing, right? If it is not true, so what we have to do here is take this, control C or control X, and where we have to store in this position. So here I'm just deleting it, I'm just storing. Yeah, this is we got. Now again, what we have to do? We have to subtract, like, yes. So it means what? What is the meaning of this? So this I j will be going to this part, so we don't have anything in the case of -1. So here again, what happens, this I was at the same position, and this time it will be coming to this. So here, yeah, so overall what we are doing is, in this total elements are done. Here also everything elements we got filled, and it got sorted also. You can see 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6. So with this logic we can solve what? This problem. So now what we are going to do is, let's see this in coding way, and here itself in Python. Let's see how we are going to code this. So first, I will take a class. Okay, so we can code in with the methods, with the functions. So I'm taking what? A class. I'm taking class, and then class name is what? Solution colon, and then here I'm just using what? Def merge. Okay, now here I'm just giving this def merge colon, and here I'm just need to pass the parameters. What are the parameters I need to pass? So obviously it is inside the class, and whenever we are writing this merge function, this is the method. So first parameter will be what? Self. Then here num1 nums1 comma, again here it is yum, and then here it is nums2 comma, and here it is n. Okay, fine. Now what I have to do is, I need to give the positions for I is equal to what? M minus 1. J is equal to n minus 1. And then k is equal to how much? K is equal to m plus n minus 1. Simple. Now what I need to do here is, I have given all this. Now I need to traverse, right? So I need to give a while while I need to give some conditions in the while. Okay, so what can be the condition I can give? The condition can be like, if I is greater than or equal to 0, if both are I and j both are greater than or equal to 0, then we can go into the loop, inside the loop. So what I can take is, I is greater than equal to 0 and j is greater than equal to 0. Fine. Now here the condition is very simple. Nums1 of I, if it is greater than nums2 of j, yes, if it is greater than that, then what we have to do is nums1, because in one only we are sorting. So nums1 of k, in this we are storing what? We are storing nums1 of I. Yeah, that I element itself we are storing in this, and after this what we are doing is, we are just reducing the I position by 1, because we are coming from backward to front forward. So I minus equal to 1, this will reduce 1. Done. Now for example, what if nums 1 I is not greater than, then we have to give what? Else part also. In this else part, what we have to do is nums 1, so whatever the k is there, in this k we have to store in this. Now what we have to store is, now we have to store the j part, nums 2 j part. So j we are storing, jth index of num2 we are storing. So once that is done, now we have to reduce the j position also, j minus equal to 1. After this, now anyways we have to also reduce the k value also. So k I'm writing outside, k minus equal to 1. Yes, k position also I need to reduce. Now up to here it is done, everything is fine. Okay, so now here let's see what happens here. So now I will create an object for this. You know, like class and object, we need to create an object. So here solution, and then this is what the object got created, and then I'm just giving nums1 is equal to in the list. What are that? 1 2 3 and then 0 0 0. Yeah, and then here we have yum is equal to 3, and then here num as nums2 is equal to 2 5 and then 6, and then here n is equal to 3. Fine. So up to here we are done. Now what we need to do is, what we have to do is, I need to yeah, I need to call it, right? How I can call it? Like yes is my object, yes dot, what is the name there? Merge I have done. Okay, so whenever I'm taking s dot merge, now in this I need to pass what? The parameters. So what are the parameters? Nums1 comma yum comma nums2 comma n. So all these four parameters I'm passing there. Okay, after passing, once that everything is done, so we are just printing what? Print num1 nums1. That's it. So now things are done. Let's see whether it's working or not. Mhm. Okay, so here I'm just submitting it. Yeah, so see here, I'm just getting something wrong here. Yeah, so another test cases. See here, out of 59 test cases, only 42 test cases are passed. So there is a problem. What is the problem here? The problem is, for example, if we have more j values, means I mean to say, if number 2 has many more numbers, in that case what we have to do? So for that case also we need to write one logic for that also. Yeah, so see here. Okay, so here we need to write a logic while loop again. Why I'm writing this? For example, if there is a num2 still has remaining elements, we need to copy, right? So if j is greater than or equal to 0, if this case, already we are seeing here the same thing, if this case is true, then what we are doing is, again we are storing what? Nums1 of what? In the k only, nums1 of k is equal to nums2 of j. So for example, in nums2 we have many numbers, for that reason remaining elements, for the remaining elements this loop I am writing. So here again the same thing, j minus equal to 1. So j we are reducing the position, and then even the k also we are doing the same thing, k minus equal to 1. And now let's see whether it's working or not. So here I'm just submitting it, and see it is successfully done. So I'm just showing here, yeah, 38 yeah, ms, and then all this it is showing, yes, it is accepted actually. So this is what it is accepted. It means what? All 59 test cases are passed. So I hope you understood this, and I wanted you to also try this. Yeah. So I know, guys, video is bit lengthy today, but I will try to, yeah, reduce the length of the video from next question onwards. But this was the first question, so it went. So guys, if you do really wanted to appreciate my efforts, so please do, yeah, like and subscribe. So again, thank you for watching the video. So thank you guys. That's it.